Bell, 5 to 9 a.m., KSFO.
Ladies and gentlemen, I realize that many of you are upset with me because you're not hearing what I'm saying to you. And you're also, I'm sorry to say, engaging in knee-jerk reactions. The very thing you accuse liberals of, you're engaging in. You're saying that the black kid was guilty for being black. Then you're saying, no, it's not because he was black, but because he was a troublemaker and on pot. Okay, really? Then you're saying it's because Zimmerman's life was in danger, and that's all he had to think in order to shoot this kid dead. Well, that may be technically true, but let's reverse it. There's only one witness here, really, and that's Zimmerman. He's living. But what if Trayvon Martin had not been shot dead, but let's say shot and lost the use of, let's say, his legs, God forbid, or something to that effect, but he could testify? If I were the prosecutor, I would put Trayvon Martin on the stand and I'd say, Mr. Martin, tell us what was in your mind when you were walking on that street on that afternoon. Trayvon Martin would say, I was walking down the street and I saw a husky white guy, I must tell you, looking at me. He was clocking me. He was stalking me. And I didn't know who he was. I didn't know what he wanted. So I eluded him for a while. The next thing I know, I see him pick up a cell phone and make a call. I didn't know who he was calling, sir. I thought maybe he was calling some other white guys to come and join him so they could beat the hell out of me or worse. And so what did you do, Mr. Martin? Well, I'm not a punk. I didn't run away. So I got behind him and punched him in the head and knocked him to the ground to make sure he couldn't hurt me. Thank you, Mr. Martin. You were scared. Is that why you were beating on Mr. Zimmerman? Yes, sir, that's why. Because I ain't no punk and I ain't going to run away. So let me rest my case right now, ladies and gentlemen of the Savage Nation. Try to understand that this is a story that you're only hearing one side of. Yes, it's despicable that we have such a president, if you even want to call him that. He certainly never has acted presidential. He's acted like the community activist troublemaker that he's been from day one. Yes, it's terrible that he consorts with the likes of a man engaged in the Freddy's Fashion Mart fire, Al Sharpton, who egged people on to get that Jew. Get that Jew. That's your old Al Sharpton, rewarded by General Electric to keep him off the streets. It's safer to pay him $1 million or $2 million a year than to have him rioting outside GE's headquarters, demanding that GE pay their fair share of taxes. That's why he's on television, in my estimation. And so here we have me. You think I automatically have to join the chorus here and say, oh, Zimmerman's an innocent baby. He was only doing his job, and that Trayvon's an evil man. I can't do that. I don't see it that way. This has nothing to do with ratings, any more than my taking on the fish oil study. What are you going to say? I took on the fish oil study because I wanted ratings? I took on the fish oil allegations of them causing prostate cancer because I read the study and it was BS in plain English. I analyzed it. I used my analytical brain, and the fish oil study and prostate cancer is total BS, and the media ate it up lock, stock, and barrel. That's one man's opinion. I had an expert on who confirmed my opinion. He has an MD and a PhD, and he's an expert in prostate cancer. And you learned something from me, didn't you?